How to survive the first 2 years as a fashion designer. In this video, I want to give you a realistic roadmap. This is what you'll need to do in the first couple of years as a fashion designer. So let's get into it. Redefine the first 2 years. The biggest mistake beginners make is expecting the first 2 years to be exciting and creative and full of success. That's not what this stage is really all about. You see, the first 2 years, it's about foundation. This is the phase when you are learning technical skills. Yes, you can make mistakes, redoing things over and over again until you get it right. It's about building discipline, developing your eye, developing your voice, training your hands. Well, and it's not that glamorous. It's a lot of hard work. I remember when I was teaching designing at the Fashion Institute, man, those students were working really hard. Some of them were struggling. It wasn't easy, but that's the way it is. It's a slow progress. And some people think that they're failing, but actually they're not. See, in fashion, slow progress means you're doing it right. Strategy number 1, focus on skills, not results. In your first 2 years, your goal is not to getting followers and starting a brand and selling designs and getting noticed. Your goal is simple. Become skilled. Focus on construction, as in garment construction, like how a garment is put together. You should focus on pattern making, understanding how patterns are the blueprints of your designs. And fabrics, fabric behavior. Fabrics are so important. Learning about fabrics and the properties of fabrics and color. What fabrics to use for specific design. And technical drawing, learning sketching. Even if it's a rough sketch, but enough for a pattern maker or a seamstress to translate your ideas into an actual garment. And fit and proportion. When you focus on results too early, you feel discouraged. When you focus on skills, you build confidence. And confidence built on skills is what keeps you going. Strategy number 2, stop comparing your timeline. One of the fastest ways to burn out in fashion is comparison. You see someone online launching a collection, or someone your age already working in the industry, and you think, oh no, maybe I'm not good enough for something. But what you don't see and what you don't know is how long they've been learning, how long they've been doing this, what training they had, how many years they've struggled, right? You see, fashion is not a race. The people who succeed are not the fastest. They're the ones who stay consistent when progress feels slow. Your only comparison should be, are your skills better than they were 6 months ago? Strategy number 3, build structure. This is important. This is where most beginners fail. They work hard, but without a plan. They watch random tutorials, they jump around from video to video, from skill to skill, they start projects and they don't finish. They work inconsistently. Effort without structure creates frustration. In your first 2 years, you need 3 things: a clear learning order, regular practice, and projects that build towards a portfolio or a collection. Structure turns effort into progress. Without structure, even talented people feel stuck. Strategy number 4, think like a professional. That means showing up regularly and stick to your commitments. Finish what you start. You start something, you start a project, finish it. Paying attention to details. Yes, even 1/8 of an inch makes a difference. Some of you have heard my story about the 1/8 of an inch difference. improving technical quality, and learning industry standards. Professionals are not motivated every day, but they are consistent. They show up, and consistency is what changes your skill level over time. There will be periods when you feel slow or uninspired, maybe insecure or overwhelmed. That doesn't mean you're not meant to be a designer. It's just part of the process. Every designer goes through a stage or stages where their taste, their vision is higher than their skills. That gap feels uncomfortable, but that gap is where growth happens. If you stay through that stage, your skills do catch up. And that's the moment when things start to change. One thing I've learned from working in industry and teaching students is this: the people who succeed are not always the most talented. They're the ones who stay. They don't give up. They stay when progress is slow. They stay when it feels repetitive. They stay when no one is watching. Fashion rewards persistence. If you give yourself time to grow, your work will improve more than you expect. If this resonates with you, I talk more about this in my book, Design Your Future. Be a future designer. It's really about helping you think long terms and to stay focused and build a path that actually leads somewhere. If you're interested, you can check it out. I'll include the information below. If you are in your first year or your second year, don't measure your success by speed. You measure it by your consistency, your skill growth, your discipline, and your willingness to keep showing up. Because the goal of the first couple of years, it's simple. Build a foundation strong enough that you don't quit. If you do that, you're already ahead of most people. And if you are serious about becoming a fashion designer and you want some real guidance on how to build your skills and your portfolio and your career, I created Fashion Premier Academy to do just that. You can start with the free mini course. I'll put the link in the description below. So start designing your life like a work of art. And a work of art takes time. So don't give up. Hang in there. I will see you in class.